Sometimes the best looking trees in the nursery can be the worst performing after planting out, where there are root defects involved. So I believe the most relevant to success is the root morphology sections on page 17 and 18. Most of the time you'll find the above pot stuff sorts itself out in a strong, healthy, rapidly growing tree when it's free from container-induced root defects. Container-induced root defects have a negative effect on drought stress tolerance, nutrient uptake, ability, and the obvious feature, anchorage within the ground. All of these challenges manifest as slow and limited growth, reduced long-term survivability and wind throw. My favourite part of the standard is page 17 and page 18. Tree stock in containers and ex-ground tree stock shall have a root crown at the uppermost surface of the root ball. Vitally important. I believe the root direction is the most important part of this. So your first orders off the root buttress must be outwards and downwards and not kinked, bent or coming back in again or bound at all. Because once they're kinked, bent and bound, they don't change that alignment. And as you'll see further on in the presentation, I'll show you some problems that arise with all that. It's the outward and downward that you're looking for. So pages 17 and 18, I know all this other stuff in the standard is it's a consideration, it is important, but those two pages are the most important when you're buying trees. So your shopping technique, we used to do this, didn't we? We used to go and knock the pot off. We used to just knock the pot off. Oh, it looks good, no worries. And that was considered advanced looking. You know, that was considered what you should do. Just knock the pot off and have a look. But when you do that, all you see is some third orders and perhaps some ropey second orders. You don't really get a good view of what's going in at the root crown, which is vitally important. So you see this one, it's got a nice first order seedling root. We've got a beard of roots off it like that. So we can see there's no first order defects in that one. So don't just knock it off. You've always got to look in. So maybe if you're buying 100, it doesn't take long to have a quick look like that. Even quicker is just a bit of compressed air. If you found the root crown in the container, you can find the first orders, and you can see that it's a fairly good arrangement there. It's best if you can chase them to the edge of the pot as well. So yeah, don't just knock the pot off, because it's not going to tell you anything. It won't give you any good information. Non-destructive. Yeah, so you can see the first two here are pretty good quality. Another thing you'll come across is that when I first started shopping for trees like this, the nursery people are saying it's destructive. I don't think it's all that destructive. And you don't have to, it's not catastrophic to look for the roots in a pot. It's not going to end the nurseryman's career. And when you have a look together, you have a giggle and you learn something, and it's all that, it's very good. So this is non-destructive using compressed air. All you got to do is find the root crown, blow them off. So the first two are pretty good quality, right? So there's the root crown. We've got the first order roots out towards the edge of the container. You've got a few good seconds coming off, plenty of third volume there, all the way out to the edge, and you can chase it. You can see what's been pruned. It's not going down, backing around, or anything like that. This one's pretty good. So out and down again. Hey, but this one's a bit sus, right? A little bit sus. So there's two things going on here. You can see we couldn't really see the root crown there. You can't see the root crown, can you? And you can see these second orders. I call these second orders. See, they're bending back in here, and then we don't have there wasn't a lot of any second order intrusion into this part of the bag, the container. So that was one that that might have taken 5 minutes. But there is one that you could maybe, with some manipulation, you could probably fix that if you spent time with it. Found the root crown, washed it off, and did some snipping. We intercepted a batch of jacaranda. I think we were going to put these in Littlehampton, but you can see quite clearly there that was not worth planting. All the first orders are stuck in a 6-inch pot. It wasn't a 400mm pot at all. It was a 6-inch jacaranda. That wasn't going to do anything. So don't plant it. Return to sender.